my, oh my, oh my. Is this the big move the bears have been waiting for? The big pullback, the big retracement. We've been keeping an eye on the clues over here at Mango. The question is, has it been triggered? Are we ready to switch sides? Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Sean Dexter, and in today's video, we are going to be discussing just that. We'll also be talking about Ethereum, and we'll be discussing whether the altcoins are finally ready to have their time in the sunlight. Are they ready for their big rally? If you're interested in that, go ahead and use the timestamps below, but I really don't recommend you skip over this juicy Bitcoin stuff. It's getting interesting and it's getting tight. So with that being said, let's go ahead and look at the Bitcoin charts here. Here we have Bitcoin USD on the 1 day, and like I said, it's getting tight. We were looking yesterday for Bitcoin to either break over the 8,500-ish range to 8,750-ish range, right? But what do you know? This candle came in and closed at 8,000. But hey, we talked about it. We talked about how we will not be looking to get entirely bearish. We'll be looking to get cautious, but not bearish until we break the 8,000 level. And what do you know? Bitcoin actually got defended on the 8,000 level just before we could close the day out. And if you turn on our EMAs, it gets really interesting because you can now see the daily 21 is coming up just to that range over there. They're sitting at what, 7,977, and now Bitcoin's actually living around that zone, right? We're oscillating underneath, above, underneath, above. It looks like the bears, the bulls rather, are defending that zone or are trying to tap into liquidity before they move price upward and beyond. Now, of course, that is the bullish view on this, but hey, like I said, I'm going to remain bullish. I'm going to stay true to my rules until we break those levels. These moves will be scary. These moves will shake out a lot of people, but we're going to try and be better than that over here at Mango. Yeah, every now and then we're going to give up profits and the move will go against us, but we are looking for the long run, the probability. And how do we keep the probability on our side? How do we get rid of the noise? How do we make things easier for us? We look at the higher time frames, and over here at Mango, as you guys know, we've been looking at the 3-day primarily. And what do you know, guys? We actually closed the 3-day just, when was this? Is this a new 3-day today? No. Okay, so here we are sitting on the 3-day right now, and look at that. That's a perfect test of the 10 SMA. That's interesting because I did not notice that before. Let's go ahead and turn off our EMAs to clear out the noise. What did we talk about yesterday? We were looking for a 3-day to actually close either below 8,240, right, for us to get cautious, or close a candle below 7,978-ish, let's say 8,000 even, to get bearish, right? To maybe start, I don't want to say bearish. I want to say maybe start hedging a position or taking a short scalp position to the downside, because hey, we are still in an uptrend. But until we close underneath here on the 3-day, it's far too early to be getting scared out of our positions over here at Mango. Look at this. Now it looks like it's been being defended, right? Earlier this morning it looked bad. It looked like we were actually going to crack this, but how many days do we have before the 3-day close? It started on the 3rd of June. We're on the 4th of June, and we're going to close we have 3 more days, guys. So this is only 1 day into the 3-day candle. We have some time. We're going to have to be patient. And if you're getting shook out over here, or if you're getting liquidated here, it's most likely because you are over positioned, or your emotions can't handle your position size. Remember the moves that we are looking for. We are looking for big moves, huge moves over here. That being said, let's go ahead and let's draw some horizontals, because we got to be prepared in case that happens, right? In case we do close underneath 8,000, 7,981, 8,000. In case that happens, what are we looking for? Okay, so let's go ahead and draw a horizontal right here first. Okay, somewhere around there. Ooh, okay, so we have these other horizontals already lined up over there from a previous chart. So we're going to go ahead and color this green. No, this is a danger zone, right? So we colored red. We don't want that breaking. If this breaks on the 3-day, what are we looking for? I would look for a move. People will be looking for a move over here to around 7,200-ish, but I think we'd crack that. To be honest, I think we would crack that. I think we'd go for these horizontals around, yeah, I think meet there. But to me, that may be a buy zone, so I'm going to turn down to green line, so I'm prepared mentally if that happens, right? So I'd be de-risking here and probably looking to buy here. Am I certain of that just yet? No, we're doing this analysis live as we speak. Around this zone, would I see? Let's look at this. Okay, yeah, we have touches here, touches there. Okay, that's good right there. Let's put that down a bit lower. Okay, that's good. I'll be looking for that. Let's go ahead and turn on our EMAs. We have our 10 SMA over here. That's the wrong one. Okay, so and look at that. The 21 EMA lines up perfectly with that, right? If we do give up the 10 SMA over here, we are likely to go and touch the 21 over here. And what do you know? We actually did exactly that on Bitcoin USD today, right? When we gave up the 10 SMA this morning, we came and tested the 21. And I don't want to say this morning because yesterday on the Telegram group, I even said this. I said, if we close about 8,500-ish, I'm going to have a chuckle. I'm going to laugh at the shakeout that happened over here, because for the entirety of yesterday, we were like zoning over here, right? But if we did come and close above, it would look like that would actually be very, very bullish, but we didn't. If you go ahead and look, okay, look at this number here, 8,512, right? Now we're going to go ahead and look at the 1 hour chart, okay, and look at the zone here, 8,582-ish to 8,500, right? We were trying to break that zone here. The bulls were trying, but as soon as it was clear that we weren't going to get past that, that's when the dump happened, a few hours before the day could close. And when whoever is moving the markets here, when they realize, okay, you know what, we don't want to defend this 10 SMA, or we can't break through this 10 SMA just yet, they went and tested the support here at the 21 EMA. And it's very likely that we do something similar over here on the 3-day. If we give up the 10 SMA or this red horizontal line here that we just drew, we're likely to come and test the 21 EMA over here. But like I said, we still have a couple more days before we actually close the 3-day, so it's too early for me to be getting bearish on this just yet. That being said, there were a couple of guys on the Mango Telegram group, I believe Lewis and Maurice Mao, who both were calling the tops on this at around, I think Mao called it around 8,500 and Lewis actually at 8,000, Lewis at 8,700. So props to them for if they did take those trades to the downside. That was a good trade, but you always got to stick to your own rules, right? I'm sticking to my rules, and I'm still sticking to my rules because I've tested my rules, I've back tested my rules, and I know that as long as I stick true to my rules in the long run, I will be fine and I will come out on the right side of things. And that's what this is all about, guys. The long run. We don't bet the bank on each move, right? We are betting for the long run. Okay, so what else do we have to talk about now? Okay, so we talked, okay, I want to discuss something else. So I did take a position just yesterday on this 12-hour chart, right? I took it on the 21 EMA. I didn't get 350, I got 370-ish or something like that. I was expecting a bounce. Because look at this. We've been bouncing off the 21 every time we came and tested it. So that was a high probability play. And here I took the loss as soon as, so I waited as soon as the day closed underneath the 21 EMA, right? Which was also, the daily close is also coincides with the 12-hour close. As soon as that happened, I just de-risked. I took the loss. What was that? 8,380-ish to 8,100-ish I got out at, right? I just got out. You just got to take the loss and get out. But I have no reason to de-risk or get out of the other positions that I've been layering, right? One over here. No, it was over here. And then this dip over here. And then this guy over here. And then the 3,000. I have no reason to get out of those just yet. As soon as my triggers hit for those, I'll de-risk those too. Know this, when you are trend trading, you're never going to be catching the top. You shouldn't be trying to catch the top. That's trying to be a reversal trader. And if you are a reversal trader, you got to play to that strategy. You got to know what you're doing. If you enter a trade on a certain premise, you got to get out on that premise. For example, over here, I got in on the 12-hour. Did I want to get out? I felt like, you know what, I'm selling into daily support, but I had to stick to my premise. I got in on a 12-hour. I can't be looking at the other time frames and be like, you know what, the support over here, because if I do that, I'm going to end up finding support on every goddamn time frame. Anyways, that's a discussion for another day. Let's talk about something else that's really interesting, right? Yesterday, we first defended the 12-hour 21, and was looking good. When I did buy the first time around, it was looking good. But what happened after that? We we broke past it, and then we went and tested the 6-hour 55 EMA before bouncing again. And we're doing something very similar today, right? Where we first broke the daily 21 EMA. I hope you guys are following me. We first broke the daily 21 EMA, right? And then we tested the 12-hour 55 EMA, right? And then bounce back up to stay defended on the daily 21. Okay, so let's go over that again. We broke the daily 21, but the day hasn't closed yet, right? We go test the 12-hour 55, and then we go and bounce back up to stay defended on the daily 21. We did something very similar yesterday, right? Where we broke the daily 21 temporarily, but over here it stayed broken. I'm just trying to give you guys an example of how these things pan out. All the time frames meet their measured move through some criteria, and that was very, very similar to what was happening over here. The reason I'm pointing this out is because it's very similar to what was happening over here, and that's how people were getting shook out. And what ended up happening, eventually we just bounced off the green 55, indecision, and then moved onward and upward. Now that's the thing. Again, when you see, if we do see a lot of indecision here, it's more likely that we move to the upside than to the downside. Does it mean we're definitely going to move to the upside? No, it's all probability here, guys, all probability. I'm just saying keep an eye out for that, because the signature is very, very similar, and we talked about that too just a few days ago. It's quite funny how these things are panning out. It seems too obvious, because what did we talk about? How we put in an ascending triangle, right? Broke to the upside, did not meet the measured move which we were looking for at 6,190. Instead, we came, retested the top of the ascending triangle, broke down. Guess where we tested here after breaking down? Guess where we tested? The 21 EMAs, right? We came and tested the 21 EMAs, right? And then we consolidated and moved to the upside. And what do we have here this time, right? What do we have here this time? Same thing, broke the ascending triangle, did not meet our measured move, came, tested the 21 EMA, and now it begs the question: are we going to do the same thing? I wouldn't trade like that. Because we could be playing this on the 3-day this time around, right? What if we come and test the 3-day 21 EMA? You got to be ready for that, right? Because last time we tested the daily 21, and as we mature on the chart, it's more likely for us to test the EMAs on the higher time frames, right? So this time maybe we're looking at the 21, right? We're giving up the 10 SMA here on the 2-day, by the way. I don't place too much credence on this, by the way. I don't place too much credence on the 10-day, on the 2-day 2 SMA. But if we do, we could likely come and meet the 7,200. Speaking of which, this broadening wedge over here that we were looking at, this rising wedge, we were looking at this as possibly breaking to the upside, right? But we talked about how this is a bearish pattern, and now it's kind of triggered. It's triggered, but I don't play patterns, so, and what do you know means, okay. So I don't play patterns, so I'm not playing this just yet. I'm waiting for my trigger to meet on my rules, which is a daily close under 8,000-ish. We are not there yet. Once we do, I will be looking for this pattern to confluence with my rules. And what do you know? This measured move of this pattern actually meets with this green line that we talked about right here, which is our buy zone at 6,700-ish, right? Which lines up with what? The 3-day 21 EMA, a 3-day horizontal, by the way, as well as a 3-day 21 EMA. And by the way, guys, this is a classic move. I would be looking for this to happen. This would be a good move for me. I'll happily de-risk my positions here and reposition over here, because talked about this. We get the green cross over the 55, you get the green cross over the purple, right? And then you test the 21 and then move onward and upward. This is a bullish cross. But when you get this, it doesn't happen all the time, but you're likely to have a test of the 21 over here after this cross and then move onward and upward. This would be a classic move, and this would be the retracement that also meets the weekly retracement that I don't know, people are looking for like a 40% retracement. That would be us coming all the way down to here. That could happen. But this would be my first buy zone. Let's go ahead and look at the weekly now. What's that looking like? Okay, yeah. So our green line's here, and that's who knows. But I'd still be looking at this as the first buy zone for now until let's see how things develop. We do have 2 more days before this 3-day closes. For now, I want to see the daily break this zone here before I get bearish. It's just my rules, man. I'm not saying you guys need to follow that. I'm not saying that at all. I'm going to follow my rules, and I'm going to play it accordingly. I want to keep my emotion out of this, right? Okay, so that's is there anything else I do want to talk about? Ooh, yes, the Ichimoku. What did I tell you guys? This blue line here is going to be a buy zone for a lot of people, and it does look like it, right? It does look like it actually even got front run a little bit, and to me that's slightly bullish. The fact that we didn't even come and meet this, it one of two things: it's either bullish or I'm wrong about this, right? And you need to be okay being wrong. Okay, I'm gonna be wrong. I need to know when I'm wrong, right? That's what technical analysis is really about, right? It's about figuring out when you're wrong, so you don't lose. It's all about not losing, so you can stay in the game for as long as possible to get that big win. And we've got a couple of big wins, right? Boom, right? And now boom. Even if we de-risk our entire position over here, this is good enough, man. I'm happy. I don't need to catch the top. Do you guys really need to catch the top? Honestly, what is this? This is $700, maybe even, let's say you give up $1,000. Does it matter when you've caught this entire move, this much of the move? We are here only to catch the meat of the move. That's it. Keep it easy, keep it simple. Okay, so that being said, that's Bitcoin. I hope I didn't ramble on too much. I know it's getting all over the place here, but that's how TA is sometimes, man. You're trying to get a story of the entire picture, and right now it's getting interesting. So let's go ahead and talk about Ethereum. Let's pull up Ethereum on Coinbase. Okay, so Ethereum is actually looking, believe it or not, Ethereum is actually looking stronger than Bitcoin, based on the move and the bounce it made, right? Look at that. It actually bounced off the 21 EMA perfectly. Gave the 10 SMA too. The 2-day, we'll talk about the 2-day in a bit, but Ethereum's living over the 21 EMA. It's actually acting similar to how BTC has acted, but its reaction has been a lot better. Even if you look at the BTC chart, but I don't play the BTC chart, so I'm not too interested in that. That being said, Ethereum is giving us our first clues as to whether or not the altcoins are ready to rally. And before we talk about that, Ethereum we're still looking to break the 2-day 200 MA, which has been now moving aggressively to the downside. What is it sitting at now? 264. So now as soon as Ethereum closes the 2-day candle over 264, this would trigger a move, because we also have our daily box over here, right? We talked about this. That was okay. Now the 200 MA is now coinciding with the bottom of this red resistance zone that we talked about. By the way, it looks like on the USD daily chart, we have given up the Tenkin. Okay, that's interesting. This could trigger a C-SPAN trade to 218ish, but I would first look for us to confirm a close underneath the daily 21. If we give up that, then I'd be looking for a move to the downside over here, but it's too early just yet. Let's see how this day pans out. We could end up coming and actually closing above at 254. That would be bullish for me. If we close anywhere above this Tenkin today, that would be bullish for me. Okay, so that's Ethereum. We'll talk about that quickly today. It's in a tight spot right now, just like BTC as usual. Ethereum and BTC act very, very similar, but if you looked at how Ethereum acted today on the move to the downside, I don't want to call it a dump, because hey guys, if you're calling a 7% move on BTC to the downside a jump, then one of two things: you're playing these ranges too tightly, you're over positioning, and you're going to miss out on the big moves. And remember what we are talking about. We are talking about moves to, let's go ahead, turn on a weekly. Oh, that looks ugly. There we go. We're talking about moves all the way up to 16,000, 13,000, 20,000 maybe, right? To catch those moves, you got to have some leeway. You got to let your trade breathe a little bit. Speaking of the weekly, look at this. We have a reversal-ish candle here, right? An indecision candle here. And now we have a move to the downside. We have finally done something different. Look at these wicks here. Every wick has been higher than the previous wick. We've finally taken out the previous wick. Now. It'll be interesting because this week hasn't closed yet. We'll wait for that, but this is interesting, right? This is something new. This is something to keep an eye out for. We can look at the daily. If the daily closes below 8,000, below the 21 EMA, that's our first sign. Then the 3-day closes as well. That would make the week look even worse. And in my opinion, if the 3-day does close under 8,000-ish, like we talked about, right? Let's go back to the 3-day. I think we'd be looking for a move to around 6,800ish, right? Yeah. So who knows? I could be wrong about being wrong. I could be wrong about being wrong. So what's going to happen is I would be wrong about this trade moving to the upside. Okay, and that's fine. That's fine. But then I could get shook out over here, and we just bounce and move to the upside too, and that's fine too. For now, however, none of that has been triggered. I'm going to stick to my rules, and I'm going to stick to how we've been trading this, which is stick with the trend, right? So that's Ethereum, and that's BTC. Let's go ahead and talk about the altcoins because they've been looking really good. And for that, we're going to turn on the altcoin market cap. Look at that wick, by the way. That's do we have volume on that? Let's see how this day plays out. I may actually do a video towards the end of the day as well. If you guys are interested in one in the evening as well, like a quick recap video, then let me know in the comments below. So let's do I have it on my list over here, total market cap. Yeah, look at this. Look at how the altcoins have reacted to Bitcoin's move. Not bad at all, eh? Not bad at all. By the way, we had this flag being printed over here, right? And we had this measured move that actually got hit perfectly. If you guys, let me just adjust that again. Okay, let's go ahead and put a horizontal right there. You guys can see we hit that measure move, and we've been actually resisting against that ever since. We've not been able to close a daily above that after we made this measure move of this bull flag over here. So all coins do seem to want to rally off. Okay, so let's go ahead and draw a horizontal here too. So the break. Basically what I'm doing here is I'm drawing a horizontal on the breakout zone, right? And it looks like we came, tested the measured move, didn't break past it, right? Didn't break past it, and now we're coming and retesting the top of this breakout zone over here, and it looks like we bounced off it. So that's interesting. Could we even a move from here to here could be interesting to some people, right? A 13% move, 14% move on the altcoins, and then maybe we break to the upside. That could trigger a major altcoin rally. Who knows? Who knows? So altcoins do look like they may want to. Let's turn on our EMAs and see what's going on. Look at that, a bounce off the EMAs. It's very, very similar, right? And this is all the altcoin market cap, right? It is basically the market cap subtracting BTC's market cap. So these are just the altcoins. So this is interesting. Some altcoins are looking really, really good. We've been playing RVN. I'm going to show these because I don't want to be one of those guys who makes calls. And I've been playing RVN, and it might be too late to enter, which is why I'm going to show it to you guys. You guys want to enter it still? It's up to you. You may get a buying opportunity. Let's go ahead and look at it on the 4 or the 6 hour. Yeah, forgot which chart I've been playing this on. But anyways. I'm looking at this, and I'm actually looking at the 12-hour for my targets. If we break past the 200 EMA, the 200 MA over here, again, similar to Ethereum, I'm expecting a big move on RVN because RVN does shit like that. All the way up to here. One on the top of the cloud, edge to edge trade. Okay, TK. We had like a flag on one of the time frames. I don't know. I don't know if Krisha drew this or I drew this. Anyways, RVN is so wicky, right? It moves up, moves down, moves up, moves down. When it does move, it's going to move hard. Okay, so that was one of the first coins that was looking good. Even Atom is another one. Again, Atom, BTC, is it? Right, we took this off this triangle here as well as the break. Let's go ahead on the 4 and remove all this. I wasn't playing this on the YouTube by the way. This was just a high. So I took this off the EMAs. Yeah, I took two buys of this. It was one over here, right, and then another one around here-ish. And now looks like we are trying to confirm a break of this horizontal over here, which is, holy shit, what the hell just happened? Okay, which is basically a test of these levels over here, right? Sorry, I need a sip of water, man. My mouth is really dry. Give me a sec. Yeah, so Atom is basically we're basically testing the zone over here where we broke down from after, I don't know, I think this is a Binance IO. I really don't know. I think it is. I like the chart. I just like the chart, right? We had this impulsive move to the upside. We started flagging here. We came and tested 421 EMA, bounced perfectly off it, broke the triangle too. When it's doing what you expect it to do, right? So I'd actually drawn this triangle before it even formed the triangle. I'm like, okay, it's doing this. What if it puts in a flag like triangle formation, tested 21 EMA, and I drawn this when we were over here. When something starts doing what you expect it to do, are in sync with it, and it is more likely to go in your favor, and it did, and that's why I added more over here. And now let's see how this pans out. Do I recommend you guys buy here? Hell no, do not buy here. So these were the Atom and RVN were one of the two leaders, a couple of the leaders rather, in the altcoins, but now a lot of them are looking good. So I suggest you guys do your hunting. I don't want to make calls. I did add another altcoin to my portfolio this morning. Let's see how it goes. I'll be getting out of them really quick if they turn bad, guys, so just keep that in mind. You guys got to do your hunting. I talk about Bitcoin and Ethereum, and every now and then we do analysis on some altcoins, but I don't want to be making calls on coins here for you guys. I'm trying to teach you guys what I know, and then you guys can go ahead and apply that to, because you can apply what I teach to every market, Forex included, right? So, and I've been playing Forex too, trying to get more and more comfy with that, small positions, but it is what it is. So that being said, that's it for today. Let's do a quick recap on Bitcoin. Let's go ahead and pull that up, my watch list. Bitcoin USD, for now we are still holding that daily 21 EMA, and until we break that, I cannot get too bearish. I de-risked my position that I got in on the 12 hour 21 EMA. Okay, I took the loss over there, but for now, every other position I'm going to keep holding. They're well deep in the profits, but I'm ready to move, to de-risk, to hedge, maybe even take a short position depending on what I see. But for now, I don't want to be thinking too much about that, because those thoughts creep into your mind and you make silly moves. The 3-day is what I'm looking at mainly. If we break the 10 SMA, so what's going to happen is the 10 SMA is probably going to, on the next tick, the 10 SMA is going to move up here to meet our red horizontal. It's going to line up perfectly, and if we break that, we're likely going to see a move to 6,700. Let's look at Ichimoku to see what that's pointing to. Yep, the Tenkin is right there. The could be a retest of the 200. I mean, I'm going to see a lot. This is making me even more convinced that we have a bounce over there. I'm going to go ahead and draw that right now so that I don't forget. Right here. That's going to be the bounce territory. Okay, so that's good edge on this trade, even if you do take a short. What is that, like from 8,000 to 7,000 ish? Yeah, it's good edge, man. Or it's, even if you deposition and reposition over here. Okay, so that's it for Bitcoin. It's about being patient. Ethereum too, being patient. We have a possible move, by the way, edge to edge on Ethereum. Edge to edge on the 3-day Ichimoku, but for now we have a lot of work to do. Ethereum has a lot of work to do to break to the upside. That goddamn 200 MA has been moving aggressively to the downside here, but Ethereum is holding. It's holding, and this to me is a sign of strength. We are not dumping. It's not, this 200 MA has not been able to push Ethereum all the way down, but it could come. We got to be ready for that. For now though, there's nothing to really do but just wait and see what it does, because on the daily we're still holding that until we break the 21 EMA. We gotta be patient. We gotta it's painful sometimes, it's uncomfortable sometimes. That's what trading is. If you want to have those feelings of the big win where you feel great, there's gonna be times where you feel like shit. That's why many of us are in this world, the roller coaster of the ride, the thrill, the up and down of those emotions. You don't want to be sitting at your desk all day doing those 9-to-5 jobs where you're waiting for that one raise per month. We are in this world for this emotion where anything can happen. You are in control of your destiny, right? That's what this is about. So when you're feeling those emotions where you're feeling like shit, don't run away from them. Accept them, embrace them, and know why you're feeling them, and then make a calculated decision as to whether or not you should be making the decision that you would think you're making while those emotions just hit you. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I don't mean to lecture or ramble too much. I'm sorry if I did. Like we're discussing on the Mango Telegram group, it's prudent for people to have a list of rules that they keep in front of them, right? And watch those rules and read those rules when you are feeling emotional. I did that in the beginning when I started trading very seriously. I had it printed out and stuck on the wall, and now I don't even look at that anymore. So I pulled it out just like a month or so ago, because it's so drilled into my head, my rules. Every now and then I do make mistakes. I try not to though, but hey, we're all human beings. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Throw a like, throw a subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. It's going to get really interesting very soon. Ciao.